What are radiations? Radiation refers to the emission and propagation of energy, in the form of waves or particles through space or a material medium. This energy can come from natural sources, like the sun, or artificial sources, such as nuclear reactors or medical devices. Radiation is all around us, and can be broadly classified into two main types, non-ionizing and ionizing. The distinction between these types lies in their energy levels, and their effects on matter, particularly living tissues. Types of radiation. Non-ionizing radiation. Non-ionizing radiation has lower energy levels, and is not powerful enough to ionize atoms or molecules. This means it does not remove electrons from atoms, making it generally less harmful to living tissue. However, prolonged or intense exposure can still cause damage, primarily through heat or other forms of physical interaction. Examples of non-ionizing radiation: radio waves, used for broadcasting, radio and television, communication, mobile phones, Wi-Fi, and other forms of data transmission. These waves have the lowest frequency and energy levels in the electromagnetic spectrum. Microwaves, found in microwave ovens, radar systems, and some communication technologies. Microwaves have a higher frequency than radio waves, and can cause water molecules in food to vibrate, generating heat. Infrared radiation, commonly experienced as heat and emitted by the sun, fires, and other warm objects. Infrared radiation is used in remote controls, thermal imaging cameras, and night vision devices. Visible light, the only type of radiation perceptible to the human eye. It is emitted by the sun, light bulbs, and other light sources. Visible light enables us to see and perceive colors. Ultraviolet, UV, radiation, comes from the sun and artificial sources like tanning beds. UV radiation has higher energy than visible light, and can cause skin damage, such as sunburn, and increase the risk of skin cancer with prolonged exposure. It is used in sterilization and fluorescent lighting. Ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation has much higher energy levels, which can ionize atoms or molecules by removing tightly bound electrons. This type of radiation can cause significant damage to living tissue, potentially leading to burns, radiation sickness, and increased risk of cancer. Ionizing radiation is categorized into several types, based on the particles or waves involved. Examples of ionizing radiation: alpha particles. Alpha consist of 2 protons and 2 neutrons, making them relatively heavy and positively charged. Alpha particles are emitted by radioactive materials like uranium and radon. While they are not very penetrating, they can be stopped by a sheet of paper or the outer layer of human skin. They can cause severe damage if inhaled, ingested, or injected. Beta particles. Beta, high energy, high-speed electrons or positrons emitted from certain types of radioactive decay. Beta particles are lighter than alpha particles, and can penetrate skin and tissue but can be blocked by materials like plastic, glass, or aluminum. They pose a significant risk if ingested or inhaled. Gamma rays. Gamma, electromagnetic radiation of very high energy, often emitted along with alpha or beta particles during radioactive decay. Gamma rays can penetrate deeply into the human body, passing through tissue and bone. Thick lead or concrete is often required to shield against gamma radiation. They are used in medical imaging and cancer treatment, but can cause severe damage to living cells. X-rays, similar to gamma rays in nature but generally lower in energy. X-rays are used in medical imaging, like CT scans and X-rays, to see inside the body. Despite their lower energy compared to gamma rays, prolonged exposure can increase the risk of cancer. Neutron radiation comprises free neutrons released from nuclear reactions, such as fission or fusion in nuclear reactors or weapons. Neutron radiation is highly penetrating and can make other materials radioactive, a process called activation. It poses a serious health risk, as it can cause damage to tissues and cells deep within the body. Conclusion: radiation is a fundamental phenomenon that plays an essential role in various natural processes and technological applications. Understanding the different types of radiation, their properties, and their potential effects on matter and living organisms helps ensure their safe and effective use, particularly in fields like medicine, communication, and energy.